Hi besties, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tracy Choose. Thank you so much for your love on my previous post. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. God bless you. So in today's video, I'm starting off by cleansing our face with a micellar cleansing water and a baby wipe. After that, I will hydrate our skin with a Kiss Beauty hydrating mist. Then I will dry down with a fan. Then for moisturizer, I'm using the Blossom Moist Essence. I'm applying all over our face. Then I will make sure I dry it down with a fan before I move over to the next product. So for primer, I'm using the Ezekiel oil-free primer. It's a mattifying primer. I'm applying all over our face except our under eye. I want the makeup to be matte all day, so I'm using a mattifying primer. I'll blend it down, then dry down with a fan before I move over to the foundation. So foundation, I'm using the V Beauty foundation in the shade Ebony, and I'm using the Mirac beauty sponge. It's a damp beauty sponge, guys, to apply the foundation. So when applying your foundation, please don't pack too much and don't use too much effort as well. Just blend like damp. A little goes a long way. Guys, can you see the foundation match? Like, look at the blending, it's so flawless. So for blush, I'm using the Taylor Cosmetics blush. I'm taking the red shade and I'm using the beauty sponge as well to apply the blush. Blend and make sure it sits well on the skin. I'm applying a little at the tip of her nose, her forehead. So moving over to concealer, I'm using the Eyebrow concealer. So I'll be applying the concealer on her forehead, her nose bridge, her chin, and under her eye. Basically the places I'm highlighting. Then I'm using that same Mirac beauty sponge to blend in the concealer. Guys, you see I didn't pack too much concealer because when you apply too much, it will be hard for you to control. So a little goes a long way. And I don't want the under eye to be overly highlighted. So I'm basically blending with a soft hand, like I'm not applying too much force. A little goes a long way. Just tap and it will blend seamlessly and very easy. You can see the little concealer I applied under the eye, and it's given me that full coverage as well. So guys, I'll blend in. Tell your model to look up or your client to look up so that it will be easy for you to blend. Then for setting powder, I'll be taking just one layer at a time. Like, don't pack too much setting powder. When you use your beauty sponge to take up setting powder, you dust off the excess on your beauty sponge before you apply on the face, and make sure you blend it into the skin. Like, difference between setting and baking. Right now we are setting the places we highlighted, so you press it into the skin and make sure the skin absorb each product. So after that, I'll highlighting the forehead, basically the places I concealed earlier, the forehead, the nose bridge, the chin. I'll be setting them with my setting powder as well. Guys, can you see how flawless the under eye is? You can go in as much as possible until you're convinced that the under eye is fully set. Like, when you touch it, there's no be any oil on it anymore. Then I will go back with my powder palette as well to further setting my under eyes, just to give it that full coverage I wanted. So moving over to set the rest of her face, I'm using those two darker shades, which is a powder shade, and my fluffy brush to set the other areas of her face. Blend, 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 blend. Make sure there is no harsh line on the face. Then to contour her face, I'm using this contour brush and a darker powder shade as a contour, just to basically define the face and to give the face a lift. Contour her face, her forehead especially, just to define the face the more. So for the nose contour, I'm using a smaller fluffy brush and that same powder palette, but a bit lighter than the one I used to contour her face earlier on. I don't want the nose contour to be too dark, hence I choose this powder shade, which is perfect for her skin tone. So for blush, I'm using the CV MAC eyeshadow palette. I'm taking this kind of purple shade, the purple and lilac shade, which I showed earlier, as a blush today. I just want this kind of purple effect on the blush. Guys, can you see how nice this shade is? Besties, please always make sure you blend in each product seamlessly on the skin. So once I'm done with the setting, I'll now use that same Kiss Beauty to hydrate our skin, just to set the face the more and to remove any powder effect on it. Then I will dry down with a fan. So for the brows, I didn't do much on the eyebrows. I'm using a Davis eye pencil in the shade 3. I'm just basically stroking the brows. I didn't do anything much on the brows, guys. Emphasis is on the eyes. I'm just slightly filling in her brows, just to define the eyebrows a bit, making hairs upward at the beginning to give it that natural look. So once I'm done, I will use my spoolie brush to gently brush it up and to fade it in the more. That is it basically on the brows. So moving over to conceal my brows, I'm using that same Ava Cosmetics concealer I used earlier on. I took my flat brush to conceal the brows. It's just basically to define the brows, to make it look more structured and to clean up any error. Once I'm done, I will use a small fluffy brush to blend in the concealer under the eyebrows. Then I will use my powder palette, the lighter shade, to set the concealer. Then moving over to the eyes, I use the fluffy brush as well and a lighter powder shade as my transition color. So after that, I'll be using my concealer and a flat brush to cut the crease, because I'm going for a simple cut crease eye. Guys, please take your time in doing this and make sure your brush is really flat. Mine wasn't that flat, so make sure your brush is really flat, and please don't use too much concealer. So next up, I'll be using this shade I'm showing as the main color. It's kind of pink and a little bit of purple. I don't know which color to classify it, but that's the color I'm using, with a flat brush, a bit fluffy though. I'm pressing that to the eyes, like kind of tap. So next off, I'm picking that purple shade and I'll apply at the end part. Guys, I'm so sorry. I didn't know my tripod stand was shifted. That was why it's showing this way. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So okay, I also went back with that same purple shade to further deepen the eyes and to give that part more depth. So once I'm done, I went in with this. It's a kind of glitter. It's an unbranded glitter palette and it's broken, so I couldn't show it to you guys. So I've just applied a little bit at the center of the eyes just to give that eye a bit of shine. So once I'm done, I'll go back with my fluffy brush to further deepen the crease. So next off, I'm dusting off the eyeshadow fallout under the eyes. Then I went back with my dark eyeliner to sort of wing the eyes out a bit. For the lip, I'm using this girl lip palette. I'm picking those 3 shades there. I'll mix it up just to outline her lips. So for the lips, I'm using the pink and the nude shade. I will apply that on her lips with my flat fluffy brush. Then I will tell my model to smack. This will help me to blend the lip very easy. So once she's done smacking, I will now use my brush to further blend the lips. So for the eyelash, I'm using the V1 eyelash tray and adhesive lash glue. So once I'm done, I'll go back with my powder palette and my fluffy brush to dust off the baking powder and any eyeshadow fallout, just to give it a finished touch generally. So I'll go back with my powder palette, powder brush to further blend in. Make sure there is no harsh line. Blend, blend, blend. So once I'm done blending, I will go back with that same blush I used earlier on, just to further give the blush more depth. Guys, can you see how flawless this look is? Like the blush, the lips, the eye, everything is giving. So for the highlighter, I'm using the Taylor palette. Pick up those two shades just to give the face more glow. I'm not applying too much, guys, just little highlighter. So moving over to lip gloss, I'm using the classic lip gloss, the clear lip gloss. Guys, we've come to the end of this look basically. Like the look is giving. I love the eyes, the lips, I love the blush. Like every part of this look is giving what it's supposed to give, guys. Next up, I'll be going back with a Kiss Beauty to seal up the makeup, to set the face and to keep the face more hydrated. And this is the finished look. This look is giving. I love this look so much. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Thank you for sticking to my video. Please don't forget to like, to subscribe, and to share this video. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.